Hello, it's your boy from 1996, another episode of Highly Recommended. You're probably wondering why is the screen black? Well, let's just say this episode might take a little while to load up in terms of the game, because in this episode we'll be tackling a very old PC game of mine, a game that got me into a lot of RTS games, a lot of strategy games in general in the process. That game being, of course, once it shows up, Star Wars Empire at War, one of my favorite strategy games of all time. I would rather go ahead and do the episode based on the sequel, which is Forces of Corruption, since there's a lot more original music, but due to the game's inability to run on my computer for some reason, I have to only stick with the original game to actually process. Yeah, we're going to be playing through the game's story mode in specifics. We'll start things out by loading one of my save files. I did add a specific mod into the game, which just allows you to use a lot more stuff that the content that didn't really. If you would play the base version of the game, it could not allow you to do so in the process. Let's see here. In this game, it's a traditional strategy game, very similar to other RTSs like Warcraft and Starcraft. Except this one's a lot more different than in terms of like the gameplay compared to StarCraft in specifics. In this game, you either choose the Rebellion or the Empire. In the sequel, you were able to play a new force that was mostly in tune to the expanded universe until Lucas said, "Nah, all of this is no longer canon in specifics." We're going to start things off by going through the entirety of Kashyyyk. I think that's pretty much what we're going to do with the episode. I also realized that depending on the screen size of the game, it usually takes a lot more, memory out of the recordings. Wow, the desktop audio is really low. On my end. Let's begin. But yeah, basically you play through the game with, either in space battles or in, hold on, go pause it. In space battles or in, oh, that's why everything is so low. There we go. I think that's good enough for our audio. Either for space battles or ground battles in specifics. Space battles having a lot more larger focus since, you're in space. I've increased the size of units you can actually have on the battle because of a certain mod I put into the game. Along with that, I have access to certain units I can only access. Actually, it's a little loud. I have access to certain units that can only be available via multiplayer. Except, back then I used to stream this game a lot as some of my streamer archive videos in back then on Twitch. But now I record. But looking at it through OBS now, I actually have a lot more footage to look at here in specifics. Alright. They also add some extra features to certain units you can dish out. Like for instance, the ability to add hunts to most of the X-wings, which could only lock their X foils in the original version, in the standard, in the original. Not original. I keep saying original. In the non-modded version of the game. I love the space balance in here. Along with that, it also gave me more space to buy more units, so I eventually bought a unit you cannot access in the story. Early on in the story, before you are able to buy X-Wings, you had to specifically use the Z95s. By the end of the chapter in which you get the X-Wings, which is fighting on... I forgot what planet it was in specifics. Fighting on the planet... I'll actually look through the overworld. On Wayland... You eventually get the ability to buy X-Wings, but in the process, you will lock out your ability to buy Z95s, which I have here as a giant fleet of that. With the mod, I was able to add more Z95s to my inventory, basically. Eating up a lot of my early spaces. Along with dealing with the Empire, in terms of choosing a certain side, you also deal with pirate areas, particularly planets that are controlled by the Black Sun, which is a expanded universe established... international pirate game besides the Hutts, which you deal with in the sequel game too. Are the Black Sun still a thing in later games? I know I guess in their replacement in the actual series is but the main series that are canon to the main story is replaced by the Pikes. Anyways, we're doing the chapter which is Imperial Liberation, where you get where Mon Mothma gets a distress a distress signal from Han Solo, who's trying to free the Wookiees. Oh, also the units were all scaled differently, so you may notice that that Solo is smaller than Mon Mothma. Like they knew about the larger holograms in Episode 7.
Just don't get in my way. I'm not here out of the kindness of my heart.
But in this mission, you basically help Han Solo free all the Wookiees from each of the encampments.
May the Force be with you.
I also have access to hero units I couldn't access in the main story if you were to play this without the mod. Also, for some reason, the droids can be in this battle, and they count as separate troops.
Back you up where we can. Destination received.
At maximum unit capacity.
Alright.
What's on your mind? I hope there's a can.
I can access Kyle Katarn from the Jedi Knight games, along with Obi-Wan
Follow me
as well.
to victory.
I'll follow
For some odd reasons, the
Yes, Commander.
Alright, I gotta have a good amount of units here. I gotta be careful using the MPTL's 2As, because for them to attack, they specifically need to be locked in place in order for combat,
Hello there.
since they're long-range units. I'm waiting for the droids. Alright, we have everyone we need in specifics. My screen's a little bit too bright for the game because I'm actually using my secondary monitor, which I thought was broken before, as a means of playing this game. But the monitor's brightness is hard to deal with, and also the, I can't really deal with the brightness in the specifics because, I no longer I'm missing the remote for this TV.
Follow me to victory.
Oh, they just auto-lock. That's pretty good. Alright, send squad to take cover.
Together we cannot fail. Quickly, they're on the move.
I'll follow your lead.
Alright, we'll go ahead and attack the building here, and we're going to go ahead and go over here to see what kind of stuff is up ahead. We'll have Obi-Wan deal with the,
Alternative to fighting.
Alright, spread out.
Dead weapons low. T4B.
T4Bs.
Available.
May the Force be with you.
What does this do again? Oh, I can force protect a certain unit. There we go. Han Solo EMP burst. That's a good move, but we're not dealing with that right now.
Engines primed.
Alright, we'll have... Oh wait, Obi-Wan is available. We'll go ahead and use him to attack the tower, the prison here. The mission is basically to destroy every prison, so that way you can free Chewie. It's not a specific prison, it's every single one of them. Ground units can do certain things, while certain vehicle units can do other things. Certain units can actually ally you in battle, depending on which planet you're invading. Some planet species will either fight with you or against you in specifics.
Loud and clear.
Alright, let's move those Wookiees over there so they're weaponized. Let's go ahead and spread out the units. Oh, shoot. Okay, be careful of the freaking TIE Mauls. TIE Maulers are good for their tread weapons, allowing them to run over enemy units. I put the Wookiees to their doom by accident. I'm gonna go move them back to the treehouse so that they can be equipped with more weaponry.
Hello there, if need be.
Okay, we did a healing move. Another thing that I think you're okay, Han. We're coming. We're gonna switch to missiles here. I think Han's fine since he has a healing factor.
Ready for action.
Alright, send out Kyle Katarn. We forgot to spread these guys out.
Reporting.
Let's move these guys up ahead and capture the point.
We've lost ability.
Oh yeah, you can also capture. Also, enemy infantry can capture build pads in order to build turrets, healing Bogda tank device, other stuff. I think we're gonna switch. We're gonna unswitch the missiles so that way we can because these tanks can do a lot of damage to a lot of armored units, but a lot of vehicles and specifics.
If I can.
Alright, let's move these guys further so that way forward so that way they can help out in combat. Why are the sensory droids that we had, probes that we had?
The Force be with you.
Alright, we're gonna unswitch you to, there we go.
Can we hear
service.
Where's Obi-Wan? We got him. We need him to attack the infantry.
I am under attack.
Attacking target. Tank brigade. Fire at will.
Send help, or I'm done for. Yes.
Oh, well, Obi-Wan died. He can be back again. Most hero units respawn after a while, but they can't respawn in combat. They have to respawn back in the overworld.
What can we do for you?
I can also press the spacebar to go for a more cinematic approach with battle. That was my favorite thing about this game, is being able to cinematically see the combat.
Get going.
We'll move these guys over to here to capture the base. We'll have the artillery tanks go over here to resupply.
Require something.
Let's get a repair node.
I copy.
Alright, you guys go into combat.
Weapons firing.
What's up?
Alright, let's go ahead and capture this point. Uh-oh. We'll be getting shoot at. Oh, run!
Get some assistance. Let's move out, man.
God, get away from the Time Maulers.
Watch this. Form up.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Waiting order.
Do we capture that thing at all?
I copy.
We've secured.
Blaster shots aren't good for my health. Cover me. Break.
We know, Han. Give me a second. Han, just go backwards. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and send some backup. Let's send in some 2B tanks.
Reinforcements cancelled
Course plotted.
at maximum unit capacity.
Alright, we're doing pretty well against the enemy unit so far.
Entering battlefield. Reporting.
And let's unmissile these guys right now, so that way we can actually focus on destroying this freaking ATST. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and continue destroying this thing first.
Roger that. Torpedoes online.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, the 2B tanks have arrived. At
2B
least
over.
the 2B tanks have arrived. At least the first
2B
batch.
Copy. Course plotted. Adjusting navicomputer.
Where's Kyle Katarn? I just realized that now. We're gonna put him next to Solo just to keep them safe. I don't know why I put the sensory droid there, but okay. It can't count as a... Because it's a vehicle they can't capture. Only infantry can capture points.
I copy.
Wait, who's shooting at us?
Advancing.
Oh, that thing.
I've got him in my sight.
May I be of service?
I'm in this.
We've lost a build pad.
Let me handle it.
Let's not get Solo there right now.
What do you need? Order acknowledged.
Alright, never mind. We're for...
Adjusting navicomputer.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Let's send in some 2B tanks and put them on hunt mode.
Adjusting
Maximum unit
navicomputer.
capacity.
I'm fine if I lose these guys. Increase shields.
We've secured a build pad. Unit destroyed.
Order received.
I set these guys up for battle. Where did C-3PO and R2-D2 go to? I have no idea why I put them there in specifics. Get out of there, you two! Yeah! Get out there with your little walking animation! Alright, boys, get them! They're just walking through the field!
Secured a build
Probably should put it in space, too, actually. Alright, hunt mode, let's go.
We've lost a build
We'll let the 2B tanks deal with the rest of them, since we have a lot of those at our disposal.
Will you be meeting us, sir? Are you there, sir?
Orders received.
Alright, let's back up.
All weapons
Move the 2B tanks back here for now. Actually, no, focus. We need to get those guys to accurately attack, to deal with the turrets.
T4B.
I can also speed up battle by pressing these buttons. Probably should explain that I can either speed up battles or pause them if I wanted to.
Ready for attack. Target locked.
Oh, I forgot they're searching for enemies, so they're not focused on destroying the
Ready
things.
for action. You keep these men distracted for me.
Suppressive fire.
Don't know why I put the sensory nodes here.
Armor standing by.
Should be easy.
I will have you attack that one, and we'll have you attack here.
Sighted.
Oh, I didn't even notice these little bonuses we have. However, oh yeah, these little bonuses here. Well, there goes that Time Mauler. Can we get someone to capture that base over there?
Going.
We'll send Kyle over there since that's the only area where enemies can respawn. Not respawn, but send in more additional troops to deal with.
Got it. Attack.
Well, since we're doing pretty good so far, I'm just go ahead and put this in space mode to see how the cinematics. It looks so cool, I have to admit. It's very cool looking. I also like the fact that since I'm doing this on OBS rather than XSplit, the game is not like having trouble trying to see all the models. When I did this in XSplit, the game was freaking the heck out when I was streaming it. I also wondered myself how well this episode's going to get on YouTube specifically, because since there's so much Star Wars music in it, I would assume it would be striked by copy claim. To the point where I think they're going to mute the entire game. It does look good though, at least. If the episode's muted, I'll have to be wary of how to like upload highly recommended episodes to have a lot of copyright music. It's either that or trying to specifically play this muted or something like that. There's a lot of original music in, specifically in the expansion sequel, Forces of Corruption. Alright, so far everything's doing pretty well. We already captured the base now, so might as well go ahead and send more to hunt.
Capacity.
Where's Han right now? I kind of don't know where I put him last time. Oh, we did it!
I think it's time to make a hasty retreat. Chewie, warm up the Falcon.
Okay, Chewie's just already in the Falcon. There they go. We already lost Obi-Wan, which he'll now respawn eventually.
Believe that a smuggler would put
go and speed up
himself at
everything.
such great risk to help the Wookiees. You are truly a hero.
You can spare me the flattery. I didn't do that for your rebellion or your gratitude. We've got bills to pay.
The Alliance is always in need of help. Remember that if you ever find yourself out of work.
Sorry, but I've got my own problems to worry about. If you have a job for me, one that pays, feel free to look me up. Until then, I'll stick with causes that are more lucrative.
My inquiries into this Imperial superweapon have put us in a dangerous situation. A pirate associate of ours has gone rogue, offering to sell information on the Alliance to Imperial Command.
That's what we get for dealing with
Little
those slime
slime balls.
Those
Hey,
pirates will sell their own
mothers
bodies for you
credits.
He has arranged a meeting with the Imperials near Atzeri. We must intercept that pirate before he can transfer the detailed information of our bases to the Empire.
The Empire will not get their hands on that data.
Alright, so Atzeri is our next area. Well, also that, they've now expanded some of the locations we can go to. Some of which probably already has inventory, but enemies going into it to take over. As you can see here, we have a lot of stuff going on here. Basically, now with planets are opened up, the Empire is now moving their forces forward in order to capture more areas. Meanwhile, we can just go ahead and steal their credits. Oh, those were just neutral. Crap. Oh, well. We're going to go ahead and see if we can move ourselves closer to there. So we're going to go ahead and jump to Naboo. We're actually going to go ahead and finish off with the Atzeri planet. The Atzeri mission. So Solus was also... Alright, let's go to our tactical battle here. And actually... Oh, we're in Naboo, so we're dealing with Gungans. But they're on our side if we were to invade the planet itself. Alright, let's start things off by getting all our units. Alright, move forward. Why do we have a transport ship? Oh no, something tells me one of our allies have to specifically... Alright. Put these on hunt mode. We're gonna use the ion cannons on that. Boost your speed. Go ahead and use a basically to nullify enemies. We need to get this guy out of here.
On my way.
Alright, let's see the space battle here. Very cinematic, I love it. Strangest thing is that when playing the Empire, a lot of your units are specifically, like in terms of like your starfighter, your starfighters, they're usually actually part of the capital ships you summon. Meanwhile, the Rebellion have to have their ships, their starfighters from specifically separate rather than fully in with the rest of the squadron.
Receiving your transmission.
Affirmative.
Or attack the hangars.
Torpedo launchers must be destroyed.
I meant the hangar, not the torpedo launcher.
Open fire.
There we go. Let's go ahead and send some extra assistance to our X-Wing.
En route.
Marauder cruiser here. Activating weapons. Orders, sir. Targeting systems active.
Probably should put them on attack anyways.
Reporting.
Alright, put there. Where's the...
Y-Wing Squadron reporting.
See, the Y-Wings, go ahead and hit them here with their ion blasts. Ion bombs, I mean.
Starting my run.
Alright, let's go ahead and...
Engine is down.
You're fine. Look how cinematic this can look. I also realize how, since I have the graphics all the way up in the game, it looks really cool from this angle. The fact that everything's not glitching out means that this is actually a lot more smoother to look at. It's very cool and cinematic.
The enemy has been defeated.
Take that. I think we only lost a few fighters in that battle compared to some of the capital ships we have. Yeah, there's a single X-Wing and Y-Wing squadron. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can try hitting to Edzeri.
Construction complete.
It looks like we could just head straight there from what the link looks like, but I don't think that's the case. We're gonna go skip this battle because I want to actually go full force on... Oh, never mind.
Proceeding.
Wait a minute. What's the ship that I have that's actually, like, not... that's actually infantry. An infantry transport ship. Not infantry. Infantry transport ship. I meant the one that's just a transport ship in total for, like, battle.
The enemy is approaching.
Alright, here we are at Bespin, which doesn't have a ground area. It only has, I think, space and specifics. Get that transport ship out of here.
Transport standing by. How about some backup?
Need help?
We're advancing on the enemy stronghold.
Alright, let's go ahead and get these guys to attack here.
We can liberate the planet.
Ready fire. Frigate reporting. Preparing for combat. Stay on target. Moving to attack position.
Oh yeah, here we are at a nebula, which usually disables certain functions for your units.
Reporting, Commander. Let's do some damage.
Nebulon B frigate here.
Keep your eyes open.
At your command. Remove the shield generator.
Standing by.
Frigate reporting.
Also, I guess when because the shields, it disables.
Armed and ready. Awaiting instructions.
Uh-oh, the city and more pirate reinforcements. We really need to get this thing out of here.
Y-Wing standing by.
I read you. Target confirmed.
And you're wondering why the pirates have these Venators. It's because pirates using those ships most likely makes sense since the Clone Wars is like done. Venators were only available for pirate units unless you're buying it specifically from a pirate outpost shop in skirmish battles rather than a full story battle. Along with that, the mod I put in allows you to control these not control, but buy these particular units. Which, strangest thing is that long ago, my cousin showed me and gave me this game. Apparently, I was able to actually buy pirate units in the overworld in the main story. Either he had that mod long before I found out about it, or it was just something that he had originally, which makes no sense if you think about it. Why would it not be in the game if he had it in his files? So it's most likely because of this mod. Originally, when you buy these particular units, you had to buy a cantina, and a hut palace. But back then, in the actual game, like actual base game, you would only allow to buy either a bounty hunter, which kills like an officer unit, a hero unit, I mean, and shit, and smugglers in the cantina to steal money from a certain area for a good amount of time. All right, let's go put that back into cinematic and see how far this battle will look like. Oh yeah, that thing's still stuck in the nebula. Let's get these two to attack the, Oh, we're almost done. I'm just gonna go ahead and...
All victorious.
Oh well, we already destroyed the last remaining pirate ship. There we go.
System conquered.
Oh, we already got Bespin. Okay.
Beginning construction.
Let's go ahead and attack Edzeri and then we'll end the episode off. I mean, it would be interesting to play as the Empire right now, but I don't really feel like it.
Tactical battle.
It's strange how the pirates have control. I forgot to get rid of the one transport ship I have. It's going to eat up the space in the area. Highest bidder. Dealing with the seedy underworld is always a risk, and this time, the fate of the Alliance, I forgot to read these things, hangs in the balance. A disgruntled associate of one of the Alliance contracts has stolen critical data to the dealings and are not offering it up to the Empire for a price. Our ships are here and ready for combat.
Looks like we got here in time. The Imperial fleet hasn't arrived yet. Blast. I spoke too soon.
Uh-oh. They have an Imperial Star Destroyer.
Rebel fleet, so much the better. We will destroy them and get the data as well.
Well, this is not good.
The pirate is heading right for the Empire's fleet.
Attention, pirate scum. Surrender the data on the Alliance or be destroyed. We will spare your life in return. There will be no negotiations.
Angle the deflector shields while the navicomputer makes the calculations for hyperspace.
I think when it comes to the pirate voices, I think they were voiced by Clancy Brown, particularly because that voice clip was actually reused in a Imperial story chapter, story level.
Before the Empire does.
We need to take out that interdictor before we can go anywhere.
All right, let's go ahead and move. We gotta go ahead and capture the pirate and the data.
Moving ahead.
Let's go ahead and move you to the very corner because you don't need to exist here. Okay, so what exactly?
Choose your reinforcements.
All right, we are on the move. Probably should get Kyle Katarn out here because Kyle Katarn is not only a ground unit you can use, but also a but an ally space unit as well because he has his own ship, because based off of Jedi Knight. I like how it's painted red when you look at the pirate frigates, which you can't see the names because, this is a mod. Turning on shields. Let's put in the missile barrage over there. Send you guys into hunting mode. Begin your runs. Actually, hold up. I'm gonna go pause first. I'm gonna go and let you bombers each attack a certain fleet.
Bombers reporting in.
Alright, you go ahead and bomb here. We need to go ahead and attack the freaking hangar bays, and we want to make sure we don't deal with any other fighters. But first, ion that. Alright, we continue forward. We're going to go ahead and get the rest of the frigates here to continue forward, chasing down that pirate.
Head full. All power to the engine.
Yes, sir. Enemy spotted. Target those lasers. Weapons online. Forward. Awaiting command. Enemies in range.
Standing by. Guns at the ready.
Where's the pirate ship? He went to the Nebula, of course. Why not?
Moving into position.
Alright, you guys go ahead and start taking combat against the generators.
Yes, sir. We're running blind in this nebula.
The pirate is going after our interdictors. Stop him!
If the pirate takes out the interdictors, we won't be able to catch him. Away.
Where in the world is that pirate ship? I can't see it on the map for some reason.
Y-wing here. Weapons charged.
Alright, attack their engines. We gotta make sure they don't move anymore. Oh, that's the shields. Never mind.
Copy, sir.
Where are my frigates?
Corvette moving out.
Let's get some Y-wings out here.
Reinforcements on move.
Waiting order.
Did I only choose one Y-wing to continuously attack the rest of the remaining units?
Target those lasers. Standing by.
What's that Y-wing patrol I just got?
Form up.
Moving to attack position.
I read you.
Alright, we're gonna get the Venator frigate to go ahead and start attacking the Victory Cruiser.
Waiting orders. The pirate has been disabled. Get over to his ship before the Empire.
Alright, I gotta send Thunderheart there.
Full speed.
Alright, all troops, continue your attack and barrage on the enemy.
We've recovered the data. Now let's get out of here. With those interdictors online, we aren't going anywhere. And we have to take those things down.
Alright, send some of the infantry on your Starfires and attacking that. Meanwhile, the rest of the units will go ahead and focus specifically on the interdictors. Alright, there we go. Kind of spacebar this whole thing. Strange how it becomes set up like a widescreen once it gets to the next section, but starts full screen when you press the button. Not next section, next transition. Oh, here we got. Oh wait, no mind. We don't. First of all, we got one of the undership things. Sometimes one of the angles that the Cinemagma will do will show off. Not show off, but we'll basically show it. Not show it. Show it the under view of a large starship. Here's the under view of one of the fighters. Oh, there we go. There we go.
The data and the interdictors are down. Let's get out of here while we can.
It showed us escaping, but now I'm back here. We only lost one Y-wing. I gotta say that's a pretty successful mission there.
The data the pirate carried would have been damning to the...
All right, there we go. Oh, Obi-Wan, right as we were done, Obi-Wan spawns in. Funny. All right, I think that's it for this episode. I'm thinking for now we're gonna go ahead and do a two-parter. So when I record the next time, I'm gonna go ahead and do specifically the Empire afterwards. Well, that's it for all. I'll see you all. That's it for all. I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye.